Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't planning to review this, but the other things I was planning to review weren't available. So, woo doo woo doo woo. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's the Black Terror shirt. Woo! See? That's him. That's the Black Terror. What the fuck is the Black Terror? Black Terror is a golden age superhero. From them var days, man. Like back in the days, fighting Nazis and shit. That whole thing. I became aware of him years ago, like back when I was still a teenager. They did like a little thing on the History Channel, back when the History Channel was worth a damn, that went over there and just focused on like comic book history. And they didn't really feature him so much as like he was just like, in like a panel that they showed. But, he has a very distinct design. He's got, especially for that time, he's got the whole black outfit, kind of the Jolly Roger sort of, symbol on his chest. And it struck me, and I was like, that's pretty cool. So I kept it in my head. And then eventually it turned out that, when they started doing a lot of like the Golden Age revival hero stuff and everything, because a lot of these characters are in the public domain, he ended up being a pretty popular one and showing up in a lot of those, so I became more familiar with his history and stuff. And then a few years ago, went over there, I was like, I'm going to buy a shirt. See what I did there? But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why is it that I was trying to review other things? Well, folks, that's because I went back to... Okay, sure. Boom! Sonic! Can I get a thing? Maybe. It's going to be... Ha 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 ha! Yeah! So I went to Sonic, and I've reviewed a few things from Sonic now. And originally, I was planning to review... They're supposed to have a pulled pork sandwich and or burger. Those weren't available. They weren't even on the menu. So I was like, oh, fuck it, man. I'll just go over there. I'll review one of their cheesesteaks. Because I haven't had their cheesesteak before. It wasn't available right now. So... I ended up getting this instead. What is this? This is their Red Bull Twisted Lime Sonic Recharger. I did the Dragon Fruit one a little while back, but basically what it comes down to is you got this thing, they go over there, it's got Red Bull in it. It's an exclusive thing from Sonic. So, you can't see it, but it's very green on the inside. But anyway, let's give it a shot, man. Let's... Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I'm down with this one. I mean, I like Red Bull to a point. I've reviewed a number of Red Bull items over the years I've been doing the show now. I'm not big on classic Red Bull. It's not a great flavor in my opinion. But it works when you build on top of it. And a lot of like their other flavors I'm quite partial to in one way or another. I could not tell you the last time I had the lime version of it. I know I've had it because like I think I've tried basically every flavor I've run into over the years. But I'm down with lime as a flavor. And in this it actually works really nice. Like originally when I was like writing down the thing on the thing, I wrote it down as a refresher, but that wasn't right. It's a recharger. I made sure to double check the menu so that I got that right. But the thing is, it actually would have worked nicely if it had been called a refresher because, like, it's actually really refreshing. Lemon lime and lime, like citrusy kind of stuff, usually does a really good job for that as long as you don't make it too sweet. And in this case, although there's obviously some sweetness, it has that nice, kind of citrusy lime flavor. The Red Bull aspect itself is fairly mitigated against, everything else that they add into it. I don't know what the fuck it is, but Yeah. And it's nice. It really does have like a nice little citrusy bite to it. Me personally, I would maybe prefer a little bit more tanginess. Just a little bit, just to give it that little edge at the end, so you get like that full kind of citrus experience. But even just being what it is, like, I mean, obviously it's not like proper lime flavor, but the lime flavor that they're using is nice. And yeah, it's a nice mix between, you watch the show, I like contrasting flavors. It's a pretty nice mix between, the sweetness and then also the Brandon, come on, the the citrusy kind of tanginess. Yeah, I actually really like this one, and I think between this one and the other one that I had, again, I think it was the dragon fruit one. I definitely think I like this one more. I'm a big fan of like Sprite and 7-Up and stuff like that. I really like the Sprite Lyman that they have. It's nice, man. I'm really down with this. Again, I mean, and yeah, it's Red Bull, so it's going to go over there and give you a little bit of a kick. Which kind of works out for me in this particular instance. I woke up like 2 hours ago now. I'm still working. I only actually got up and started moving about an hour ago. I took me a little time to be like, and get up from being sleepy. But no, actually, I really like this. It's tasty. It's making use of something that, like I said, I'm pretty sure I've had at one point in time or another. But in a nice way, in a more drinkable format. That's really kind of the benefit of something like this. Is, hey, let's have that, add the benefit of having the caffeine and, whatever from Red Bull, but in something that's more just casually drinkable. And mind you, just be aware, because, of course, Panera's in all kinds of shit because of it, because, of course, they had the caffeinated lemonade, and people are idiots, and they don't know how to fucking pay attention to things. I'm sorry, but that's just... But anyway, 2 questions have to be asked. Excuse me. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yes and yes. I think for me, absolutely. Like, one of the things, that Sonic is famous for are its drink options. It's something that, sadly, I haven't gone too far into yet in my reviews of Sonic. I'm mostly focused on their food menus. But, I honestly, in a lot of ways, I think I've probably had better results with their drink stuff than some of their food items. So, but I actually do really like this. And, it's something where I could see, I could see potentially, Sonic isn't super close to my house. It's not on the way to anything. But I could see, next time I came through, if I decided to do another review, picking this one up. I'd probably pick up the other ones because there's, 2 more flavors and I could review those. But if I'm going over there and I'm recommending it to people, I mean, it is what it is. It's a nice tasting lime drink that, like I said, has that added, benefit, depending on how you look at it, of having the caffeine, maybe giving you a little extra boost if you need it, but at the same time being extremely drinkable and just very tasty. It's not heavy, there's no weird, flavors or anything like that. It's just nice and honestly really refreshing. Even without the caffeine, it's just really tasty. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly lime-tastic rest of your life. Because limes are good, man. I think limes are good. I don't feel like that's a controversial opinion, unless you're part of Big Lemon, I guess, Why isn't limeade more of a readily available thing? Lemonade is everywhere. A million lemonades. But, limeade is, a much, more... Follow 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do all the time? I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and bullshit, and it can be rough, man. Ain't no 2 ways about it, I went over there, it's Monday at the time I'm doing this. I had a really nice weekend, I went out, saw friends, saw family, friends that are family, that kind of thing. It was a really, really nice time, but at the same time, man, after 2 days of doing that stuff, man, I was exhausted. That's part of the reason why it took me so long to get up today, because I was just just still a little bit out of it. thing is, we're going to have situations in our life that are not going to be wonderful. When we do, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe you're going to try out one of the Sonic Recharger flavors that, like I said, I've reviewed, I think, half of them now. Maybe you've tried one of the other ones, and maybe you'll hit me up in the comments and be like, Brandon, if you think that the lime one is the best one, then you don't know what you're talking about, because the whatever the fuck flavor one is the best one, and blah, 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 blah. Fair enough. I mean, I don't know. I haven't gotten to it yet. Maybe by the time you post your comment, I will have gotten to it, and maybe I'll have gone over there and agreed with you, or maybe I'll disagree with you. But that's okay, folks, because we're all wonderful individuals, and we're allowed to go over there and have our own opinions, even though sometimes I feel like we forget that. Or conversely, maybe you'll go over there and spend your time more fruitfully than going over there and making a derogatory comment on my YouTube channel. But hey, you do you. Anyway, bye.